Hey guys, what's going on? It's Micah here. I'm coming to you today because I want to talk about insurance. I know some of you all know that I sell real estate. I also do insurance. Get you covered anytime, any place. Whether you got license, SR22, no license, it don't matter. Full coverage, liability. Hey, whatever you need, I got it. Christians had a lot of concerns here lately. How quotes are determined. And, people don't really understand how quotes are determined when it comes to insurance. Well, from a humongous standpoint, all insurance agencies, if you're in business, you use a term, it's called the law of large numbers. This here, the law of large numbers, is how insurance companies determine, basically what they can quote, how they can quote. Obviously there's other variables, credit, address, how long you've been at your address, what else? Anything that they can find. It's got to do with whether or not you're gonna pay for their insurance, how risky of a driver you are. Whatever they can find, they'll try to find it, okay, and use it as a variable to determine, hey, what do I want to quote this particular individual in this particular state, particular address, this particular age, date of birth, all that, okay? General, though, it's based upon law of large numbers, determining basically how many clients, how many policies one insurance company has, what are their premiums, what are their commissions, everything compared to obviously their expenses, which are claims. Talking in money here, so the amount of money in claims, okay, versus obviously the opposite, premiums and checks that they're getting every month. That's basically how they determine how to quote, okay? So with all those factors, obviously every person is different age groups, different places, areas, all that is taken into consideration, okay guys? Because insurance is all about risk. No insurance wants to insure you if you've got high risk. And the only way they can find out is to do, whatever they need to do to find out the most about you. So, obviously, that's a general perspective and the general rule of how insurances, compare their budgets and also, determine how they want to quote, okay? For example, you have big companies and small companies. Well, like I said, in general, they all use that term, law of large numbers, okay? But obviously you have humongous, and known insurance companies, Progressive, State Farm, etc., whatever, okay? Then you have very small insurance companies. Just to name a few, Kentucky National, you've got Preferred, you've got, there's a whole lot more, but I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Obviously, another variable that will determine that, obviously, is, how large their insurance company is, okay? And obviously that's determined about how many policies they have, premiums they have versus claims. You have questions about, well, if I have an accident and it's not particularly my fault, but the other person didn't have insurance, and obviously they put it on my record as at fault or even not at fault, either one, because how insurances record things about, to include into that list of variables, obviously it's got to do with, your driving record, whether you've had an accident, particularly whether your insurance company that you've been a part of has had to pay a claim, whether or not it was your fault. Because see here, you're dealing with risk. Risk meaning money, okay? Let's be honest, it's about money, okay? If your insurance had to put out a claim, you had to pay money, even though it wasn't your fault, but they still had to pay the money because either the other insurer didn't have enough insurance, or the other insurer didn't have any insurance at all. You know, at the end of the day, any type of accident, if your insurance company had to pay, it's going to count against you, okay? So you have to realize that just because you had an accident, wasn't your fault, does not necessarily mean that you're not going to have a mark on your record, so your insurance record, okay? So obviously you have your driving record, but then you have your insurance record. That's for another video to explain that. It matters whether or not the insurance agencies that you were previously a part of had to pay out a claim on your behalf, whether or not it was your fault. Just remember that, guys. Okay, you got to, you know, insurance is, it's a risky business. You got to understand it's all about risk. So, you know, if you have any questions, any concerns, like I said, I got you covered. You know, SR22, no license. You need full coverage. We also do homeowners, commercial, business, whatever you need, man. Just hit me up, okay? I sell houses. I sell insurance. Phone number is 914-5046. Hit me up anytime. Peace.